everyone, Matt Harrington here. Welcome back to another solo blogcast on our channel, Direct Application. Today we're talking about change. Not just the idea of change, but what actually happens when you try and implement it. Here's the reality. Anytime you roll out a new plan, vision, or big shift, you're not just launching an idea, you're stepping into the people landscape. And people respond to change in many different ways, don't they? I want you to picture a bell curve. On one side, you've got your change champions. These are your early adopters, your visionary allies. They make up about 15% of your group, whatever your community is. Truly a community, your department, your team, whatever. Makes about 15% of your group is true change champions. Some are fully bought into your idea. Some just love the change in general. These folks are gold. Lean into them. Ask for their support. On the other side of that bell curve, you've got your other 15% who are, let's just say, less enthusiastic. I call them the toxic few. These are people who resist just for the sake of resisting. They don't like change. Maybe they don't even like you. Maybe they don't like you presenting change, which is a double whammy. Here's your leadership lesson. And this happens time and time again, and I try to encourage this to community leaders and other visionaries, CEOs, executives. Don't waste your energy trying to convert your toxic few. You won't win them over, and they're already trying to derail your vision. The more attention you give them, the more power they gain. Now, let's talk about the group that really matters, the bystanders, the people in the middle. The 60 to 70%, if you're following with me on math, 15 on one side, 15 on the other, leaves you with about 70% right in the middle. These folks just aren't sure yet about your vision or about your change. They're cautious. They're waiting to see who's got the better case. Your change champions and you, or the toxic few. They're sitting on the fence and they're waiting to see who wins. And here's where the game is won or lost. Because the bystanders will follow whoever makes the stronger argument. And here's the kicker. Research shows that people are more motivated by fear than opportunity. The toxic few will always play that card, talking about what they might lose, why change is dangerous, why to be fearful. So you, as a leader, have to be making a stronger, smarter case for what's possible. That's where the case for change comes in. You need to be clear and compelling for the reason for the change. You need a vision. You need to communicate it early and often. Without that, the bystanders default to fear, and your change effort stalls before it even begins. As Harvard Business Review put it, even positive change brings loss and uncertainty. But how people respond from resistance to buy-in depends on how well the change is led. So here's your direct application moment. When you're starting to roll out your change, don't waste energy on the toxic few, the 15% over here. Instead, double down on your change champions and ask for help. And go all in on winning the bystanders, those people on the fence, right in the middle. Use a compelling case for change and communicate hope with clarity and strategy. That's how real change gains momentum. So, thanks for joining us. Please share if you've enjoyed it. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever else you're using. Even an email to a good friend or colleague. If you found this should be useful, let us know. There's more information, a lot more information, all the way over at www.harringtonbrands.com. Until next time, see you.